Grant Haferman. The whole idea of Thursday night football is terrible. It's ludicrous. It's hypocritical. This is a quote from Richard Sherman, who has played professional football for 9 years, in an interview conducted by the Players Tribune in December of 2016. We are all part of an institution here at Zimbardo Mazeppa Schools that cares a lot about our safety. We frequently do drills so that we know what to do if there's an intruder, and we exit and enter the building through locked doors. But what if we were part of a place that didn't place our safety as a high priority? The players of the NFL are dealing with this very problem from their employer. The National Football League should focus its scheduling procedures on player safety. First, I will talk about the problems with the NFL's revenue-focused decision-making. Then, I will identify a solution to this biased viewpoint. So let's begin by discussing the problems with the NFL's current scheduling philosophy. The NFL's preference for money over player safety negatively affects the sport. Thursday Night Football, also known as TNF, puts players at a higher injury risk. TNF disrupts a player's weekly schedule, eliminating important rest days that they need to fully allow their bodies to be ready for game day. Many prominent players have also been injured on Thursday Night Football, such as star defensive end J.J. Watt. Thursday Night Football games are also of lower quality than other NFL games. Due to the short week, important preparation days are cut out, leading to less prepared teams on Thursdays. The home team also has a larger advantage on Thursday Night Football due to the fact that they do not have to travel long distances. Brett Schrodenboer, who has won numerous top 10 awards in sportscasting, in an article for USA Today, published March 2017, states that the home team has a much higher chance of winning on Thursday Night Football than the away team. In 2016, away teams were 5-12 on Thursday Night Football. The NFL has recently expressed interest in moving an NFL team to London. However, establishing an NFL franchise in London is simply not a viable option. Increased travel times that would result from a move to London would be hard for the players to overcome. This is according to Mike Jakeman, who has received a degree in English from Oxford University and has studied economics at the University of London in the journal Quartz published October 2014. Increased travel times cut out important preparation and practice times that teams need to succeed. Another problem is British taxation. According to Patrick Dowdy, who graduated from the Villanova University School of Law in the Morad Sports Law Journal, published July 2015, UK income taxes are much higher than that of the United States. Because of this, players will likely prefer to go to a US-based team instead of a UK-based team. This gives a potential London franchise a competitive disadvantage in the free agency market. Another problem with a London-based team is the fact that the gambling and alcohol policies of the NFL and the UK clash with each other. Gambling is a huge part of the UK sports market, but the NFL does not want to support gambling. On the flip side, alcohol consumption is a huge part of NFL games, but in Britain, alcohol consumption is generally prohibited at sporting events. The NFL is also looking at adopting an 18-game schedule as opposed to their current 16-game schedule. This is a terrible idea for many reasons. 18 games is hard for the players to overcome. This is according to Jeff Schwartz, who played professional football for 9 years, in an interview conducted by SB Nation in July of 2019. Forcing players to play 18 games greatly increases the injury risk of the players. Playing more games also decreases the importance of each NFL game. The 18-16 schedule is also not a very good idea. This is a schedule where there are 18 games in a season, but each player is only allowed to play 16 of them. In a schedule like this, most coaches would opt to sit all of their players at once, making 2 games feel like preseason, which creates a bad product for the viewers. Now that we've identified some problems with the NFL's current scheduling philosophy, we can take a look at some potential solutions to these issues. The NFL should abolish Thursday Night Football. This would decrease the injury rate across the league, because all the players would have proper rest time before each game. It would also create more competitive games overall, because each team is given proper preparation time before each game. The NFL should drop the idea of moving to London. This would maintain the current high skill equality in the NFL, and it would keep the culture of watching NFL games intact for fans. Finally, the NFL should stay at 16 games while adding a bye week for each team. This would do a lot to help the injury rate across the league because the players would have more rest time, and it would maintain the high importance of each individual NFL game. First, I talked about the problems with the NFL's current scheduling procedures. Then, I identified a solution to these biased viewpoints. The National Football League should focus its scheduling procedures on player safety. By eliminating decisions that are both ludicrous and hypocritical, the injury rate across the league would drop, and the overall quality of NFL football would be increased.
5:59